Alright, welcome back everyone. Here we are through day 16. Got our replacement button in place. Like I said, I'm still feeling that. Lots of nice little details in there. It's really come together on the inside, I think. We're pretty much working on the outside in our like a little loft area. I'm not even sure what to call it. We got us building some more stuff on top of everything here, but like I say, I'm pleased with how this one turned out. This a lot of work, but it's a lot of payoff as well. Alright, but if you're new here, this is what I do. I buy these kits and build them step by step, mostly in real time. You get to see all my successes and all my failures and how I hopefully fix those inevitable failures as they come up. Upload daily and just try and have a good time. We're not solving the world's problems, we're just building silly little models and having fun. Seeing any kits or builds or sets or anything you want me to take a shot at, feel free to drop in the comments. I'm always looking to add on to my list. And I've got the most intelligent audience on YouTube because y'all provide me with nothing but the best of options. Alright, without any further ado, let's jump in and see what we can do. So I'm assuming we go all the way up towards the front on that. Seems like what you usually do on these kits. We got a little flap there, and flap at the top to bend around. And we're going to have a small gap of green there, but I think with these kits that's about standard, par for the course on them. But it looks like it's going to be a good fit all the way around, so I'm feeling that. Using the old B7000, because I found that's the best as far as getting a nice flat surface on it. So I'm just gonna, I think I'm just gonna go crazy with the dots. I do want to go get along the edges, so we're holding those down for sure. Just maybe a few beads in the middle, trying to see. Here. Alright. Now, see if we can't get that back to where it was. Put the writing right side up, that's always key. On that corner, bottom edge, top. Spread around there. Got my old squeegee. Gently try to make sure I don't pull it out of shape when I'm moving it everything. I've been known to do that. It's solid all the way. We'll go the other way just because I'm here. A little off this edge too, just to try and make sure we get everything. Okay. I think pretty good shape there. That should bond pretty quickly. It is pretty warm in here, so I imagine the glue is going to set up mighty fast. My air conditioner did not fix itself like I was hoping it would. I was giving it like a 40% chance, but I was trying to think positive. It's going to need some gassing, so I will have to call one of the guys I know to get them to come check it out, make sure I don't have a leak, and hopefully I can get them to fix it without them trying to sell me a new AC, because I really don't want to buy one of those this year. Okay. Although I am long past due to get a new one. Okay, same thing. Make sure I hit edges to get a good. That seemed to be about the right amount. On the other side, it didn't seem to be glooping up on me. I had some real issues before I discovered this B7000, where it would gloop up and get all wavy as it would soak into the paper. Stuff doesn't seem to do that. Okay, so lip on that front because I was out of line. I forgot about. I think I'll be able to skim that off after the fact. Old squeegee that I had left over from a cell phone cover application, a tempered glass thing. Let's see, coverage there, got you nice. Yeah, alright, looking good there. Let's see, I think. Yeah, it does say to go ahead and do the fold the top and side over. I wasn't sure if it went on the side of the top or if it was on its own thing, so I'm just going to run crease down that edge. And another one down this edge. Pop you over and do the same thing. I'll actually glue this one first because it should be, in theory, drier. Had a few seconds to get ready. I think I didn't back up and check here. It hasn't told me on the front yet, so I'm going to hold off and see how it goes. We'll figure that out momentarily, I think. I was confident we was going to get done tonight, but I'm not sure if I'm feeling that or not at this point. We'll play it by ear. It's still fairly early for me. I usually procrastinate so much on getting these things done, and I'm always way behind. Okay, so you over again. The old Gorilla super glue for these folds, since they're not quite as much surface area on them. So I think that's what I usually do with them. Clean up, brush off. Just do me a nice, hopefully a nice coat. Trees in the way. Okay. Friction on there, get some heat into it. Seems to make it stick a little quicker. So that tree just keeps getting in my way. Yeah, but I think it's staying down now. Alright. Let's see here. This is a little bit trickier, but I think it's still doable. There we go, just sort of bend it back a little bit. That seems to be doable. It's nice. Hopefully get a nice coat all the way up and down. Yeah, nice. A little rise in it in a couple of spots where I didn't get good coverage, but I think otherwise it's pretty good. And we're going to put this goes on top of that too, so that's going to be alright. Okay. So you're gonna. Okay. Actually, I think it's about 85 degrees in here. Not even sure about the conversion on that, 'cause I know, but it's toasty. Let's see. Let's see. Hey Siri, what's 85 degrees in Celsius?
85 degrees Fahrenheit is 29.44 degrees Celsius.
Y'all heard that? That's more glue I need to clean off there. Hope I don't turn my paper down. There we go. I got enough of it. Another chunk right there though. Okay. Now that's all the big chunks. I know I've got a pretty large international audience. I do try and remember that sometimes. Evidently, I'm like the only YouTuber who isn't 90% American, based on what everybody else shows on their screens. Right. Got that gone. Alright. Not too bad. I'm always amazed how when the sides actually sort of line up. Didn't go all the way down. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we're supposed to fold the front over too. So. So let's go ahead and do that now. While I'm in the zone. All right. Okay. Oh, I'll say just a little peeking through on either side there, but I'm pretty happy with that. That's pretty, as far as these sets go, it's pretty clean. And let's see here, get my bad part about my button is it does make the front uneven. So, now this guy, let's just go here and cover. I call it. Okay, looks like that's gonna work. So one more trip around with the old B7000. Of course, I'm awkward there, so it's not going to be easy to do the squeegee in. I think I can. Maybe that'll be. Yeah, there we go. Get a little elevation on it. Outer cover. That took a little bit longer than I thought it would. So there's just taping 3 pieces of paper on. But there was a little more to that. Okay, one more top flap. Yeah, I'm looking at the stuff I got left. I believe it's going to be a one more day build. I anticipate getting done today, but it's going to be, I think I got too far to go to make it. So we will finish up tomorrow, no doubt. We got it wrapped up good now, nice and neat. Like it. Light's still working, hadn't broke that yet. All right. But yeah, there's still just taking another glance. I've got like four or 5 bowls left up there to do. We're not going to get done today. And that is just, I gotta tell y'all, that is just a very satisfying click click. Now, of course, I'm notoriously easily amused too, so take that with a grain of salt. Get one page to turn. Let's see here. Okay, did that. Okay, so I'm good on all those. Okay, so. Okay. Oops, this is one of those things I meant to glue before I started. This is the one I'm sort of dreading. And there's only one of these. There's 2 of the forms we're going to use on it, but there's only one window. So do this. Yeah. I'll do this first, I think. So let's say just do a dot in each corner. Let's see if I can do a small enough dot where it doesn't spread out on that. I'll spread out onto my table there, but no, it's alright. We'll have to give them a few minutes to dry, so I'll let that sit there for a second, and we finally get to cut these guys out from a green foam board. I think it's page 19, and was it like page 6 that they had me make this thing? I think it was. Maybe it was 7 or 8. Okay, it was page 9. I finally found it. They had me put these forms on page 9, and now we're finally, actually using them. So. That. I think that's going to be close enough on that back edge. This one. These are not fun cuts here. I hope it's a general shape. And more. All right. And our last, I think it's our last bit of AstroTurf to cut. Need. Oh, oh, sorry. Reaching around above my head for stuff and grab the wrong thing. Okay, so let's cut this inside. Well, actually cut the outside first. Oh, I just broke my cap. Cut the edges off first, then I'll cut the inside shape. I think that'd be the way to go. I hope I put glue on the inside. Put glue on the inside. Yeah, there's glue on the inside. Okay. Get this to work now. Okay, that's going through. Let's leave the curve for last. I think that'll be the hardest part. It looks like it's crinkled underneath there, so it may not be a straight line anyway. Okay. Go all the way through some of it. Okay, I think I can. Oh. That'll make it a little bit easier, I think. determined now. I'm tearing it now. Come this way instead. Okay. Finally. So, let's see how close I got. I think I'll be able to make it work. Looks pretty close. Gonna be a job for the hot glue gun, I think, on this one. Grab Mesa. Just a couple of dots on either end. Either corner, I guess. Oh, yeah. Lined up in that curve, I hope. Now, top of the skinny bit. And up. Bottom of the skinny bit. Right there. And the last light one on that bottom edge. Okay. I'm going to call that a little crooked down here, but I'm going to call that a success. And I'm relieved. Okay, so these guys go with you. Put you aside because I think we're ready to cut out my window. And I hope there's a little bit of play in this one. We're gluing it to the inside of a frame, so hoping there's enough wiggle room where I can have a little slop on it. I'm about to cut off all my glue, just realized. And you stay and get the other end. Okay, so here's our frame. Window. Let's see what we got. Size and shape wise. They made it the exact same size, so I'm actually going to trim off just a hair all the way around the outside edge. See it to trim it. If this don't work, I will just not have a window in there. I'm already dreading the I'm supposed to make like a skylight type thing. Okay, so I did that much off. Let's see how this fits back now. Okay, need just a little shave right there. I mean, them are showing up. It's not that bad. Like I say, just barely over the edge, that right through there. So let's do another cut plenty of room to play with, I think. So. Okay, nice and flush with the bottom. It's almost too close, but I think it's right there on the edge. But I think I'm gonna take that. And going in B7000s. I'm just really 3 dots up through here, one more there, and one in the middle. Those maybe. And fingerprints in there, but that's to be expected when I deal with stuff like this. I expect it anyway. So, you there. Now back to actual construction again. Pick up these shards of acrylic. I don't know if shards is the right word, but y'all back out. Go sideways on this, make a little better fit. And our rooftop garden goes. Some strings out of the way here. Okay, so the curve goes to the front. We got. It may be supposed to. I think. Feels like it might be supposed. Yeah, I think this is supposed to actually drop in. But that wire's not going to let it drop in though. Front. Yeah, okay, so not too far. I say I got this wire there. So let's move you back down. Just get you. Okay, that's where it said to hang it. Okay, there. I don't think that's going to give me clearance. Alright, likewise, this one needs to go down and bend you back up. Get you fairly flush against the wall there. I think this one's, that's not going to be able to do its thing there. So put it underneath maybe. Okay. Our mirror is also not going to let that happen. And that was down against. Okay. Nothing I can do about the mirror. Yeah, that's. Yeah, the mirror won't work either. Because it's actually flush in that corner. Okay. Will you go down any further? No, it's locked in. And this side may be okay. So that's probably where that floor is not a little bit high on this side here. Yeah, so I think that mirror's just riding a little high there now. Let's see, what can I do? We got a cut a couple options. I could have it floating on top of my, just have like a little lip there, which I think would be okay because these go on the front and back, so that's going to hide it from the front. It'll show on the side, but from the side that brown actually looks sort of like dirt, so that might be, I think that'll be okay. Yeah, I'm feeling that might be the way to go. Just have it like sitting, try and set it evenly above where it's got that lip going. That's the only other option is if I could cut a slice in here, even with that, but I don't believe my cutting skills are good enough to get all the way across without doing some serious damage to everything. So I think, yeah, so that's going to be our, you will, okay, so dots of hot glue in the corner, I think, where I'm going with this. Semi-structural maybe. Still hot glue, hot. Nope. It's really okay. That's about the only compromise I could think of. Okay. And next, then our guy with the window. Go on the back here. So I should have probably put that on first, so I could push that up back against that. Maybe. I'm not sure. I think it's better. No, I better do flush with the back. I think it'd be more important. Yeah. Let me spin that around where I got a good view on that. And actually, just had a, what I think is a good idea. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, my pieces of acrylic here. And drop that everywhere. Other side on to balance it out. Okay, so that should be flush against the back. So get that. Well, that means I just got to do it even with the sides. Okay. So I'm very worried about our little dome situation that's about to come calling on us. So that's what I'm trying to procrastinate out of. Let me. Let's see. Yeah, let's hot glue that thing. Just. Pop it off the acrylic if I need to. Pressure down. That should be enough for you to. And some of the wrap stuck to the glue. Oh, not the wrap, the old plastic. Yeah. Okay. Got that going. Okay. I'm not sure if that was good or not, but it seemed to do the trick anyway. Let's back up out of the way. And looks like we're doing this guy goes here. They do not give us a good view of this stuff. This guy looks like it's here. And no, this guy is up here in the front. So this guy must be the weighty bit back there along that. Okay. Alright, so that's how those supposedly end up. And once again, got the thickness going, so I'm going to go with the hot glue gun, just get it into the pores or whatever, this sponge material. And here. So. Couple of dots on either end on you. And then one more here. Oops, step up. Okay, so we got our little shrubbery going, I guess. Maybe that's what that's supposed to be. Now, I'm going to finish. I think I'm going to do a few plants going back here. I think I'm going to do that, and we'll call that a night. You guys are not part of those plants. You're not buckable. Yes. Yeah. Fern fronds. These guys. And that last mushroom. Go back over there. And I'm going to need a couple of rocks too when it's all said and done. Now I'm going to go rogue with my mushroom. They have it put way back here. I think I'm going to put my mushroom front and center up here just because I think it looks cool. So, right on top of our front shrubbery. Let's see. Front and center. Everybody gets to see it. Now back here. What's going where? There. That bush. This bush. Okay. This guy goes in the back. Over here. These guys goes in the back corner. Up there. This little guy. And then another one of these up on top of our shrub here. The sawstring. Okay. Then, well, actually, it looks like we're just using. I thought we were using all the fern fronds. They tell us to pull all the fern fronds, but we're just using a couple of them. Yeah, a couple of those guys just sort of along the back wall. Probably right. Now we're gonna have that dome going, so I'm gonna try and get them to bend a little bit. Come forward, hopefully. Hopefully they'll maintain. They're not. Yeah, they're pretty flexible, so I think I'll be able to force it down with that dome, hopefully. Lob on there, and There's one more. Strings that I can see, but I think otherwise okay. Now, I'm supposed to spread a few rocks around, so I'm gonna sort of liking that look. Oops, there's another string. It's still working. Let's get them out here. Today will be 7,000. Clean off my nozzle. Contaminate my nozzle with paper towel. Okay. Now, I'm actually going to do a couple up front, I think. It doesn't have any up front, but like I say, they didn't have the mushroom up front either, so I'm going to have a couple of them in. Complete the look. With that sort of quartz looking stuff, I like that, so. Okay, I guess better get the tweezers out. Make it a garden path with the rocks on either side. Maybe. I don't know if I'm going to have the patience to do a full path, but I do want to get plenty of them in there. I sort of like the rock garden aesthetic. Maybe one more right underneath there. Okay. All right, I think that's where I'm going to call it tonight. So we still got to do our dome and the rest of our roof structure, but I think that's all the plants and everything, so it's just a matter of putting the piece of acrylic in the front face on, and then we got a few more details on the sides and in the front, but I think you ought to be able to get done tomorrow in a decent time. Got our lights going. That does do a nice little detail. It gives us a little cave-like effect on the inside. I don't want to tip it too far. With all those rocks up there, they'll fall everywhere for it dry. I'm pleased with our little mushroom there. That's a pretty cool little. I think I stand by that decision. But there we go. That's gonna call it a night. We'll finish this one up tomorrow. Thanks for watching, everybody. Like, subscribe, comment, complain, share. Do whatever you want to with all that. Be good to one another, stay safe, and click on a link. There's my channel up there if you'd like to subscribe. There's my other channel where I do experiments a couple times a month. Here's what YouTube thinks you should be watching, and back down there is the playlist for this whole build. See you tomorrow.